Hi all, I am Divya Somakumar and in this video we are going to learn to make a model for prediction of air quality index using linear regression. What is air quality index? Air quality index is an index for reporting air quality on a daily basis. It's a measure of how air pollution affects one's health within a very short period of time. What is regression? Regression is a process of establishing a relationship between independent variable and dependent variable. Then what is linear regression? When the relationship between independent variable and dependent variable is linear, then we have a linear regression. Now let's begin our model by first importing the required libraries. Import numpy as np, import pandas as pd, import matplotlib.pyplot as plt, import tborn as sns, import warnings, warnings.filter warnings, ignore. If any warning turns up, we'll ignore those warnings. Now let's import our dataset. Df is equals to pd dot read underscore csv. I'll provide the link for the dataset in the description below. Now let's look at the head of the dataset. Df dot head. We have city column, we have date column, we have particulate matter 2.5, we have particulate matter 10, nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, trioxygen, benzene, toluene, xylene, air quality index and air quality index bucket. Now let's look at the info, df.info. So city and date are object data types and all other columns are float data types. Now let's look at the descriptive statistics. df.describe. We have all the mean, standard deviation, minimum and maximum values and 25 percentile, 50 percentile and 75 percentile values given in df.describe. Now let's see if there are any missing values in our dataset. How do we do that? We write df.isna.sum. Oh, there are lots of missing values in our dataset. There are 4,598 missing values in particulate matter 2.5. There are 11,000 missing values in particulate matter 10. There are 3,000 odd values in nitric oxide and there are 3,000 odd values in nitrogen dioxide, so on and so forth. Now, let's handle these missing values. How are we going to handle these missing values? We are going to handle these missing values by replacing the null values or NaN values by mean. Let's see how do we do it. Let's deal with PM 2.5. First, we'll take the mean of PM 2.5. P mean is equal to df PM 2.5 dot mean. Next, what do? We replace all our null values with this P mean. df PM 2.5 dot fill NA. We replace NA with P mean and we write in place equals true so that all our changes are permanent. Let's run this. Now let's do for all the columns. Now we have handled all our missing values. Wherever there were missing values, we have replaced it by their respective means. What's the next step? The next step is to divide our data into two parts, into independent variables and dependent variable, that is into x and y. Which are our x variables? Over here we can see that our particulate matter 2.5, particulate matter 10, nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen oxide, ammonia, and so on and so forth, till xylene, these are our independent variables, and the air quality index is our dependent variable. So we'll divide the data set into x and y. How do we do it? We write x is equals to df dot ilog. We want all the rows. This column implies that we need all the rows. But how many columns? From 2 to 13 we need columns. We'll write dot values so that we get an array, and y is equals to our air quality index I log. We need all the rows, but we only need one column, that is -2 dot values. Let's run this. Let's check how our x looks. Our x looks something like this. Let's check how our y looks. Y is a single array. Now we have to split our data into train and test. We are going to have training data and we are going to have test data. We'll make a model on our training data and then apply that model on our test data. Let's do that. How do we do it? From sklearn.model underscore selection, we are going to import train underscore test underscore split. From sklearn.model underscore selection, import train underscore test underscore split. Now we are going to write our X train, Y train, X test and Y test. How do we write it? X train, comma, X test, Y train, comma, Y test equals train underscore test underscore split X comma Y. Let's say the test underscore size, that is how much is involved in training data and how much is involved in test data. Let's say 0.4. So basically 40% of your data will be testing data and 60% of your data will be training data. And let's say random underscore state is 0 equals 0. Next, from sklearn library, we are going to import linear regression model. How do we write it? From sklearn dot linear underscore model, import linear regression. Now we are going to create an object of linear regression. Let's call it linreg. Linreg equals linear regression okay. Now our next step is to apply this linear regression on our X train and Y train. Linreg dot fit. We are fitting this model on X train and Y train. Now let's look at our Y pred or predicted Y. Y pred is nothing but, how are we predicting? We are predicting using linear regression. So we write linreg dot predict on X test. So our y predicted is ready over here. Let's look at the intercept and the slope. Let's look at Lindrek dot intercept underscore. So 16.5170 is the intercept. What is the intercept? Intercept is the point where x is equals to 0. That's the point where the line touches the y-axis. Now let's look at the slope coefficients. Lindrek dot coef underscore. We have an array of coefficients. This is not very pleasing to our eye. Now let's convert this linear coefficients into a data frame. How do we do it? Coef underscore df equals pd dot data frame lindrek dot coef underscore comma x dot comma column equals coefficient. Now we get a nice data frame of our coefficients. How do you interpret these coefficients? Let's say a 1 unit increase in particulate matter 2.5 leads to a 0.9 unit increase in air quality index. A 1 unit change in particulate matter 10 leads to a 0.27 unit increase in air quality index. A 1 unit change in nitric oxide leads to a 0.03 unit decrease in air quality index, so on and so forth. That is the interpretation of these coefficients. Now let's see whether our model has been successful in predicting our values. How do we do that? We will plot a scatter plot. PLT dot scatter. What will we plot? We will plot y test, comma, y pred. We get something like a line over here which clearly states that our model has been able to predict the y predict is very close to our y test. It has been successful in predicting the y values. Now let's look at the errors. Let us look at the histogram of all the errors. What is the error? Error is nothing but the difference between y test minus y pred. SNS dot test plot y test minus y pred bins is equals to 50. We get a graph which looks like this, which says that there is very little error in our model. So our model is being successful in predicting the Y values or air quality index in our case. Now let's look at the parameters mean squared error, mean absolute error and R2 score or R squared. How do we do that? We will import mean absolute error, mean squared error from the sklearn library. Let's write it. From sklearn.metrics import mean underscore absolute underscore error as MAE mean underscore squared underscore error as MSE. First, we'll find the mean absolute error. How do we write? Print brackets F ME ME Y test, comma Y thread. Our mean absolute error is 32 units. It's not very much, but it is still quite a lot of error in our data. Now let's see what is mean squared error. How do we write it? We write print F MSC is MSC Y test, comma Y thread. Our mean squared error is around 3313. Now let's look at our R squared. Print F string R squared R2 underscore score by test, comma by thread. Our R squared is 0.79, which means that 79% of the variation in air quality index is due to the factors listed above, like your particulate matter 2.5, particulate matter 10, nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen oxide, ammonia, etc. So our model has been quite successful in predicting the air quality index. 79% R squared is a very good R squared. I hope everyone has understood the model behind predicting air quality index. Thank you.